Just to bring in Justine at that point as well, because of course, Justine, you with Chris Whitty led the UK's response to Ebola back in 2014. So again, you've got a bit of experience of this kind of, if you like, health crisis and what you can do. I mean, the government gets criticised for being almost like behind the curve throughout the whole thing. I mean, again, give us a bit of a view of what it's like around a cabinet table trying to deal with these kind of decisions that are not, they're economic, but they're also, you know, a sort of have a health twist and then a political twist as well. Just what is it like in these situations?
I think the difference is that you're being informed by some scientific advice in a way that normally policy wouldn't be. So half of it is almost in your gift and half of it isn't. What seems to have struck me on this is just there's a much tougher call that the government's had to make in relation to how it's dealt with the economy. And I think in Ebola, obviously, we were trying to make sure we tackled that upstream in Sierra Leone to save lives, but also we did manage to stop it getting to Britain. But in a sense, coronavirus shows why we were absolutely right to make sure that could never happen, because as we've seen, healthy economy needs healthy people. And that's the big lesson that comes out of this. And it was interesting to hear David talk about fragility. I think what it's also shown is that we look at these other countries and they have natural disasters and we sort of assume this kind of thing can't happen to us, that we wouldn't have that sort of external shock that's not an economic one. And yet here we are. So I think it puts us in a different place. And I think that resilience and understanding how to manage these very different risks are things that businesses as well as governments are going to really have to confront over the coming weeks and months, and they can. And as David says, actually, in many respects, it can probably start to bring in a nimbleness to how companies think and act and take decisions that probably should have been there already. But companies that can rise to that sort of challenge will be the ones that really succeed in the new normal, whatever that looks like, that we've got coming.